Okay, today is Thursday. This is August 3rd, correct? Yeah, this is Thursday, August 3rd. This is an old Econo Lodge, but it is the Fair Bridge. You just see it through the signs there. It's the Fair Bridge Inn and Suites. And welcome to the inn. I just picked up a fellow I met on the trail the other day, Tom. There's Tom taking a picture of the joint here. This is a real joint, but it sure beats the Budget Inn. Tom stayed at the Budget Inn in Buena Vista too. So we apparently have appropriate common taste. But in any case, yesterday was a real nasty day. I got lost, found a lost hiker. Ended up hiking 50% more than what I wanted to do, but I got him out of the woods. He was literally lost. His name was Eddie. He was a Hispanic fellow from New York City, didn't know how to drive. I fixed him up. Eddie, hope you're okay today. So, young guy. Anyway, he was hiking in his Stan Smith tennis shoes, which I hadn't seen in years. So we got a little moss growing up there, a little need for a little bit of maintenance here, but we've got some trees growing in the eaves as well. Okay, doing 15 miles today from Dennytown Road down to the Bear Mountain Inn. Okay, so I met Papa Bean out here a couple days ago. I think it was Monday night over at Belleville. So he's done in 2 days what took me 3. Anyway, we caught up, and I was able to get him into. Talk him into the Fairbridge Inn and Suites, where I'm staying 4 days. Anyway, Papa Bean, he's moving on, so he can explain to you what he's doing, and we'll take it from there.
Hi, I'm Papa Bean. I'm hiking with my daughter this trip. She's about 4 days ahead of me, and she's just got into Connecticut now. But anyway, we started on March 25th. The trail, did the approach trail on the 24th. So far, so good.
Yeah, so he's headed home.
Yep.
New Hampshire's home, right?
New Hampshire is home.
Okay.
Close to Hanover, so heading home.
All right, so we'll see you there in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So I forgot to mention this morning that I crossed the Hudson. And to me, that's a milestone, crossing that bad boy. But you know what? I only crossed it in the car. At the end of my hike, which is southbound of course, I'll cross it on foot, hike across the Bear Mountain Bridge. Just descended into the jungle from that rumble up there. Well, this is a good one. I have never seen a big old slug baby like that. Look at that guy. He is one big critter, isn't he? Doesn't move too fast. And I'm sure he's eating quite a bit as he moves. Shade him up a little bit. He's a good-looking guy there. So up here, at least up here anyway, this is about the 4th or 5th wall that I've seen, and I believe that I've taken this shot before. But these walls are like, oh my gosh, they're probably 10 feet wide, just loaded with rocks. Here's the corner of this one here, and it goes further and it extends. Obviously, this must have been a property line. That might be the reason why there are not nearly as many rocks on the trail as you'd expect. So they've been cleaned up and cleaned out by the one-time settlers. Funny, we don't have settlers anymore. If I had time today, I'm a little disappointed. I may have been able to squeeze in a quick little shot of West Point. My hotel is not far from there. And I will say, years and years ago, I tried to get into the Naval Academy. Didn't make it, but there was a short time there where I actually got a letter from, I think it was from the Department of the Army or from the congressman. They wanted me to go to West Point. No way. No way. I'd much rather be on a boat than on land. Personal preference. Not that I love boats either. Well, you can learn a lot just by reading and looking at the map, but all those stone structures, all those stone walls, those were all Revolutionary War walls. I know I happen to have a great-great-great-great-grandfather who, as a teenager, was conscripted into the Revolutionary Army. And he fought at the Hastings on the Hudson battle, which is not that far from here. I think it's just a little north of here. Early in the war. That was when he was 14. And then by the time that war ended, like 7 or 8 years later, he had made Washington's staff. Okay, Old Albany Post Road. One of the oldest, if not the first, road in New York State built for the auto. Just crossed it. Never know what you're going to run into out here. The first something. There's always a first something. Every quarter mile, every half mile. It's always something. You see a lot of firsts out here. I just hope I don't see my first rattlesnake in the state, because you know what? It's getting to be that time of day. I can just sense it. Something coiled up, ready to get me. Well, love these boardwalks. Just absolutely love them. They're nice to walk on. Oops, a little nail there. Protruding. Oh, not long enough. Hello. This is quite a step here. Okay, just about halfway to the Hudson here today. This reminds me of Pennsylvania, but you know what? It's not Pennsylvania, so I'm real happy about that, but we could see the trail at the other end. This baby was very poorly marked. I can't say enough about the inability of the folks here in New York to set up double blazes, but that's just me talking. After having done 1,000 miles of this, they could do a much better job. That's all I got to say. I think I can. Wow, I haven't seen a nice one like this, especially with vegetation growing on top of it, since North Carolina or Tennessee. Be a great spot for an evening, I'm sure. Holy cow. There are like 4 big old limbs on this bad boy. Wonder what it took to take this thing down. That thing had to be extremely embedded. Well, no, it probably outgrew its embeddedness. Probably wasn't anchored well enough for all the growth it had on top. Who knows? So, believe it or not, this is part of the trail. I'm southbound here at 6 and 202. Big old intersection. Not quite a rotary. Cars are going by 80 miles an hour. Whatever. If you're not in somebody's face, you're not doing your job. You're not being a good, like, New Yorker. I love a lot of New Yorkers, don't get me wrong. But you know what? It's a tough place to live. Even when you're up on the Appalachian Trail. I mean, come on. Do they really have to be like this? No, they don't. Okay, this is the second or third time I've come across Seth Rogen. Seth, tell us your story.
Tell you my story?
Whatever you want to let us know. Where are you from? What you're doing? Why?
From northern Vermont, New Hampshire area, hiking the trail. Because it's great. I don't like working.
Okay.
So it beats work.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's
all
nice.
Right.
It's great to be out here.
When did you start? When did you start?
March 31st. Taking my time a little bit.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. Why hurry? A good thing. Why rush? A good thing.
You have the time, you might as well enjoy it, right?
Exacto. All right. Thank you much.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Now this one gets the award for biggest mushroom on the trail. This baby is huge. Just don't know if it's edible. I'm not going to try it though. That was the biggest mushroom. All right, I just had to tell myself, I think I can. Believe me, that was one of the hardest hikes, walking across this bridge. Man, I don't like heights. And even though I know how to swim, if I had fallen, I probably would have been able to survive. Hopefully. Anyway, that's it. That was one nasty hike. Well, that's no fun. All hikers. Zoo is closed. Take the blue trail to the tunnel and the AT. Where in the world is the blue trail? Yeah, right. Like anybody around here is going to tell you where the blue trail is. No, you know what? I know where I gotta go. I gotta go to the Bear Mountain Inn. So, you know what? I'm gonna go to the Bear Mountain Inn. If I don't see a blue trail, well, okay, so here. Where's the tunnel? Tunnel will probably put me on the other side of the Hudson River. Where the heck? Oh yeah, here we go. Blue trail. Oh my God. Look at this guy. He's no more than 25 feet from me. He's munching like there's no tomorrow. He's munching and munching and munching. What the heck is he doing? He's totally ignored me. Yeah, this stupid trail. What are you eating? Can you just tell me what you're eating? I'd like to have some of that too. You know, I don't really want to pass you because you might kick my ass, Bambi. Come on, Bambi. You sure are a feisty one. I want to just go by here, okay? You'd think we were family or something. I won't hurt you. I won't hurt you, Bambi. Seriously. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't hurt you. Well, here it is. The lake here at Bear Mountain. Just got through that tunnel on the side trail. Pretty nasty. Nasty that I couldn't make it to the zoo. Ran into that deer. Obviously, he probably lives in somebody's house. He's so used to people